we are on the couch again. I'm back. Sorry to be here. Actually, just happy to be here. And we have BSJ, and we have two Kingen players.
Yeah.
Kingen. It's Kingen, right?
Kinguin, yeah.
Kinguin.
Kinguin.
So
Yeah.
like penguin, but king instead
With
of
a
king.
K,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I was
Exactly.
saying Kingen.
And we have the best mascot for sure as well. Like
Yeah,
with
it's
the-
cute.
Yeah. And I'm Patos. This is Katsor.
Wait. So Patos
Yeah.
and can you say your name?
Katsor. Yeah, it's
Kats.
not easy to pronounce.
Coxor.
Katsor.
Kat.
Yeah, keep
I don't
trying.
think
he's
keep
actually
trying,
gonna say
man.
it.
One day, one
Yeah.
day.
Quick, you gotta say it again.
Katsor.
Cox.
You won't make it.
Katsor.
Just say Kaysor, it's okay as well.
But I gotta say it properly, man.
Kazor.
It's not gonna work for
It's
sure.
not gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People
Say it
tried-
one more
I'll stick
time.
with Kazor.
One more
That's
time.
easier for me.
Katsor.
Kotsor.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
actually good.
Katsor.
Yeah,
There
that
you
was
go. That
actually
was really
yeah.
good.
So you had a T instead of a C. Because
Yeah.
if you had a C, then you were gonna say coxor. But I'm
Yeah.
saying kot.
You just have to keep
Kotsor.
saying. You have to make sure you just keep saying.
Yeah, keep trying, man.
And but yeah, and you guys, everyone was like quite impressed. You guys came. You went to Perfect World, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you went back home, and then you guys, I assumed you watched MDL and Dream League, and then you guys was.
Yeah, we practiced as well,
Yeah.
and then we just came to the summit as
Yeah,
well.
no one expected you guys to trump both the NA teams,
I mean, like I feel like after the last minor, it could be kind of expected. Like
Yeah.
we're on top of the group as well
Yeah.
there.
No, I'm just like most people it was EG and then Cole and you guys. You
Yeah,
know?
I mean, we
Yeah.
lost to Cole at
Yeah.
Perfect World, so
Yeah.
maybe people wasn't expected, but the games were pretty close
Yeah.
there. So
And you're the offlaner and you're the fourth position,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
position.
Okay.
We were talking about, I believe, on the panel the first day about playing against teams that you've previously lost to, being maybe like recently in the close games as you mentioned. Is that something that you guys felt more comfortable picking those type of teams or playing against those type of teams because you have played against them recently?
Yeah, that's for sure. We wanted the revenge as well.
Yeah.
Like we knew that we could beat Cole there, but we just made mistakes that cost us the game. And I feel like we kind of wanted to play versus NA region. Like the whole group is NA then.
What are you
like
trying to say?
Yeah, everyone knows
Gotta
that
beat the
NA
region,
is the
dude.
best region in Dota, right?
Yeah,
so if you beat them,
you're the
feels
best.
really good.
Yeah, okay, of course. Yeah, take down the top dogs at first. I
Yeah.
get that.
So, and you guys won the group in Perfect World as well, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of deja vu for you guys, but you wanna pull it in again, right? So
Yeah, this
I
time-
mean, we were happy about the group stage at the minor, but like we weren't happy with the we got like sixth place. I'm not sure, but I think we got sixth place there, and
Yeah.
we wanted to be at least fourth, but we lost to Cole. I feel like
Yeah.
yeah, we were pretty disappointed after the loss to Complexity.
Yeah.
We
That's
felt
okay.
like we could beat them.
that was your first big LAN, right?
Yeah.
So that's fine. And you guys are here, and you
Yeah,
got
we
let's
are
win
doing
your
quite
group
decent
again,
lately.
So, yeah. So
How long you guys been a team?
well, I joined them like 8 months ago,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
they played together
Yeah,
for
yeah.
like
Yeah,
the-
we are playing together like for 2 years maybe.
those
With
two,
some minor changes in
I
the
think
team.
Eldest Josh and Exotic Deer,
Yeah,
they've
they
been
are
playing there for a long
longest.
time.
yeah for 3 years.
Then
or
Misha
something.
joined
Yeah.
after some time, and they are seeking together as free. Then I came to the team, and then Peitos was
Yeah,
last.
I joined this year, like on the February, I think, or
And
something.
you guys are all 5 Polish, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so
You guys
Cool.
gonna win WESG too?
No, we couldn't because it was
Oh.
like the same term as
Yeah.
as we were in China.
Okay.
oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It's fine.
That's no, you
That
know.
was quite
And, did you
unfortunate.
guys
That's a good problem to have. you
Yeah,
know.
I mean,
We're busy at another time.
did you guys see the last first game between EG and OG?
I saw some part of it. Like I saw the beginning and the ending. I was not sure like how it changed because in the beginning like EG was owning, and suddenly I alt tapped and I was like playing, and then suddenly I alt tapped back and I see like OG is just going for Raxus.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I'm not
felt
sure
like
what
the
happened
EG
there.
draft was quite bad. Like the second pick Razor, yes, it was like that.
Yeah, they fourth
Yeah.
picked the Razor as second
Oh.
pick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fourth pick. So they opened Disruptor Slaughter, third pick Tide, and fourth pick Razors.
they had no answer for Juggernaut TP with spin, so
Yeah,
it
we,
was quite
that was,
hard.
we mentioned that during the
The
dra-
Razor
cast
felt
too.
like pretty bad against their heroes, so
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. I feel like their drafts lately are quite bad.
Do you,
honestly.
the third game versus EG, like we were all on the couch and we all thought EG is going to win that game, but you guys pulled it through and
I
you
didn't
came
think that.
back with the Medusa. No, wait, were you on the couch?
I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
So, do you think kind of like what do you think about that game compared to the first one? Do you think like EG won the lanes very hard versus you guys in that, in
Yeah,
that game?
I
right?
feel like they kind of underestimated us. Like Sumail went for this what strange build for sure. That's what,
Stylish.
yeah, stylish. That's what we can say. Like I feel like if he went for Yules and they just split push us, they could have won it.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
it's not like we played the game perfect. Like we made a lot of mistakes
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah.
both sides were
Yeah.
playing pretty bad this game. So
But I was saying on the couch, I like your drafts, your guys' team drafts. It's like your own. You guys came in with your own play style, and I don't know if you learned it from scrims and stuff, but the whole like the carry inches and
yeah, we feel
Yeah.
like
you know and stuff like that. It's
we
cool.
tried Dazu as well on the safe lane before and
Yeah,
stuff
I
like
feel
this.
like we understand what is quite strong this patch. Like you just pick Medusa, you pick Morphing, and then you add 4 random
Yeah.
heroes. And
And
You
you're
win the
fine.
game.
You're
That
set
can
to
lane
go.
with it.
Yeah,
That
but the
can
way
lane in
you
their
say
lane,
it like
so-
that, it doesn't seem genius, but it technically
Yeah.
is because
Yeah.
you did it, you know. So, yeah. So
If
And,
you're doing something else for other people
first
aren't.
pick Medusa and then add 4 heroes, and you are good to go.
yeah. So this game, EG has first pick. Last game they had second pick. So it seems EG probably. I think EG chose OG chose last game, right? First pick.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this game, EG took first pick. OG took Radiant. And let's see the first pick. Yeah, Shadow Demon. So.
Maybe that's a deny pick possibly because OG's been picking it every game even if they didn't have the best success.
I think
with
it also might just be like also EG. It's a comfort hero for them. Last
I mean-
game they picked the Disruptor Slardar, and they didn't seem as comfortable with it. So what were you saying?
I think EG's like strategy is quite predictable. Like they pick the safe hero, safe lane hero for fear. Like that's babysitting whole game.
Yeah.
And they are making like Sumail and Arteezy feel safe with fierce hero, so
Yeah.
you can easily counter it. Like
Yeah, they pick like
You-
one
like you
Winter
pick
Wyvern,
super hard
Shadow
carry safe
Demon.
lane because your safe laner will farm whole game freely because they are not pressuring. The one game we lost to them, they actually changed it. They came with double offlane. That's why we had a
That
lot of
was
troubles
the,
this
Catch
game.
off guard a bit.
the Abaddon Shadow
The
Demon.
up, yeah.
Yeah, and they
'Cause,
had Timbersaw
like-
versus Tidehunter.
You were the bounty in that game, right?
Yeah,
And I was saying in the cast, like you didn't expect them to,
yeah, I didn't expect them
Yeah.
at all.
because
Like,
I thought you should have.
I was sure that they will like go safe lane as usual.
Yeah, because I was saying in the couch that you should have started mid, blocked, and then you run top, but you didn't expect it.
Yeah,
so
I didn't
so now I
expect
can
it at all.
see from your concept, like you studied them and you're like, so EG never
Yeah.
does it, and that's a cool way. That's a cool thing to hear.
So when you're going into these like pre-game plan type stuff, like you say, I'm going to do this at the start of the game. How much of it is based off of the heroes, and how much is based off of the team you're playing against?
Well, we check we check replays for sure how the enemy plays and stuff like this, and then I try to I often go aggressively and I try to check how the lanes are to see if they rotated or they made some strange decisions with the laning stage, and then we try to adapt if I see someone like if I see that they went aggro tri lane, we try to adapt to it.
Yeah, usually it depends on heroes, but with Fiji I was like 100% sure there is no way they will go
yeah,
like
soul.
we were
double
ac-
offlane.
yeah, I didn't see them on like I even
And
tried
then
to
they
check
go
them.
like double offlane and we lost the game really hard.
So Rasta Tiny from OG, and do EG just take the Medusa here? We've seen this Medusa
It's
versus
good
Tiny a
against
lot,
Tiny, yeah.
and it seems to have been winning a lot versus the Tiny.
My mid laner says that like Tiny rapes Medusa.
Huh.
Tiny should have 20 CS and 20 denies.
In laney.
In
laney
lane,
skin.
yeah.
Yeah, in
Okay,
lane
yeah, in
stage.
lane, not in game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, in game it doesn't matter because like Tiny is gonna combo Duza and she lost like what 20% of her
Yeah,
mana or
okay, okay.
something.
Yeah,
That's what we were
Like,
talking
yeah.
about. Is how late
Also-
game like teams had these
yeah,
Tiny
early
and
game
can't kill
Tiny
Medusa.
can push towers quite good as well. So that's-
That
Yeah,
is
but
true.
like last game EG didn't pick
Yeah.
the Medusa early on. All right, this game they wanted. It's
So-
Shadow Demon on Medusa. It's like good heroes.
I think so far like the win percentage of Medusa versus Tiny, I don't know the exact
I'd be
number,
curious
but it
too.
seems quite high. But like what your mid laner says, it's like that's a pure one-on-one. But
Yeah.
obviously, you know, you guys have Rubik, Medusa, Ogre Magi sitting mid, and have fun Tiny,
yeah, you
right?
just try and meet with
So,
Medusa.
Have fun
You can
Tiny.
lose.
You can go back to your well. So. Medusa, EG is like one of the, I think the only other team that lost with Medusa. I think it was EG and LGD. I guess OG lost yesterday, so
Yeah.
she's been losing. The first day or two, she didn't lose a single game. But
I think a lot of it's also been on the team that's like picking Medusa though. Like it's not like people are definitely finding counters after her having such a successful tournament, but I think a lot of these teams are like saying, "Oh, Medusa's really strong," and they don't necessarily pick around it all that
Yeah.
well. Like we saw in the OG game, they had like literally no damage when they picked the Medusa, and then VP had this like unkillable Morphling. So I'm curious to see if like how much people have adjusted in terms of their drafting around the Medusa. It's not like hero you can just like plug into any lineup and it's good.
yeah, It looks like EG want to target the S4 plus the JRX heroes. If you look at the bans, they banned the Tusk, the Panda, the ET, the Puck, and I think what's the last hero? I guess S4 kind of plays Puck,
Batrider as well, he likes to
Batrider.
play, but it kind of fall off the meta, I
Yeah.
feel like.
I don't think you can pick the bat like this because EG
Yeah,
has the
there's
first
Shadow
pick.
Demon
Yeah.
as well, like.
Yeah, they have the counter pick, right? So there's like Omni Knight, Abaddon, or sorry, Omni Knight and Tide. There's other like two favorite
Yeah,
heroes.
Tide is quite good.
And OG, they picked this safe lane Tiny a lot at MDL. If you guys watched that, so
The problem if they pick like Tidehunter, they could EG could just answer with Razor, and Razor would be good versus Tide on the lane. Versus Tiny, it's kind of fine as well, I feel like, and it's good versus Rasta as well because you have the hero to kill the wards. Like it's always important to have this hero that can just man up a little and just kill the wards.
Yeah.
Duza is quite good against the wards as well.
I do think what you said about the EG in the game versus you guys, like I feel like this Rasta hero, you should try and contest him in lane.
Yeah.
Like you don't want to
I
give
mean,
him a
if
free
you
lane, right?
solo offlane against Rasta, he just denies
Yeah.
every creep and you are level 1.
You're
you
sad.
can't do shit.
He doesn't even have to deny; he'll just attack you.
Yeah,
and you have to
like
run away.
you always have to dual line versus Rasta because he has such good base attack damage and he has the spell to like zone out solo offlaner. But if there's like I don't know Clockwork, Air Spirit or something, he can't do anything versus this lane, and like denies matter too much right now. So Rasta is so good.
Yeah. I was watching, I think Liquid at the Dream League. They picked Furon versus Rasta and looked good too. The Treants. And Mind Control in the interview said that he thinks Furon is very good versus Rasta in lane. So
Yeah.
I don't think Universe really plays Rasta right now, but sorry, Furon. but-
For real, yeah.
And both teams are probably going to pick their 4 position here, right? Each OG. And yeah, they actually banned the Tinker last. They didn't ban the. So now both Tide and Omni are in the pool still.
A ton of fours are still banned though, like the ET, Tusk, Kunkka, Clock.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
Nyx is like one of the few ones left. Good against Dusa, right?
Yeah, it's good versus Dusa.
Yeah.
It's kind of good as well versus Shadow Demon because you can always proc on the poison and stuff.
What's left for EG in terms of 4 position player?
Like Bounty Hunter, I guess.
It's
But
very
not
good
that-
actually, Bounty, right? But
Yeah, it
doesn't
can
combo.
pressure Rasta, like you don't want to play.
Yeah, it's good against Rasta, but yeah, it's quite good here actually. Yeah.
Spirit's banned. What else does Crypt play? I don't know if he'll want to play Slardar again. Sanking is there.
Oh yeah,
Titan
Sanking.
is banned.
Yeah, I think Sanking is the. There's like Clock. Clock is banned. Yeah, all these 4s are just banned. Actually, there's like only really Sanking left.
Yeah,
in
we were
the
talking
pool.
about that last game. They're either like all banned or none of them are banned. It
Yeah.
seems like.
But that basically is the OG tri lane, right? The safe lane tri lane. You guys
Yeah.
think? I feel that lane is very like. It is kind of the support duo is very weak.
Yeah, you can definitely contest.
Yeah. So
Tiny tends to make up for that though.
okay,
in
he took the
baby
Slardar
singles.
again. Slardar is very good versus the Nyx. I hate playing Nyx for Slardar because you're just so tanky. You're fast. It's hard to hit your stun on him, and whenever he just amps, you can just kill him really easily in the fights.
Yeah, and it's Shadow Demon Slardar as well.
Yeah.
Like when the offlaners comes, you get just disrupted and stunned, and you're just sad boy.
Do you think they need like a high damage side laners then for EG? Because even though they have like the disruption into crush, like that alone doesn't really offer enough damage.
I'm kind of interested why no one picked Omni Knight yet. Like I feel like this
Pretty good
hero, yeah, like Omni Knight Medusa, it's basically you can't lose. Like you don't really do anything, but
Yeah,
yeah,
you
that's
just
fine.
farm.
Yeah, all right.
On cue.
Because and you guys would take Razor here, right? Most likely. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't have to say. You
Yeah,
don't have to
I
answer
think
that
so.
question.
I mean,
but
Razor is just so good versus those melee heroes versus Tidehunter, Omni
It's a
Knight.
beautiful Razor game.
Yeah.
It's
They've got
actually
2 of them in Nyx. It's like hard to stun
beautiful
him too.
Razor game. Like Exotic Deer is your carry player. He would be.
Yeah.
He'd be yelling for Razor here, right?
Yeah, just put Razor against Omni and
Even BSJ.
game of
BSJ.
his
you would
life.
play Razor here?
I would probably want to play Razor this game, even like as sad as that's or weird as that sounds, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the job on the Omni Knight, because you generally want to pressure the lane, and if there's Razor, there's no way you can pressure him, like ever. Like, if you don't tri-lane this hero, like, there's no way Omni Knight can do anything to Razor.
And sometimes you can get like creative with the lane setup, but then they have Tiny as well, so it's not like we said they have
Yeah.
2 cores that Razor's really good
Yeah,
against.
and also Omni, like the only way he can really play this lane if it's Razor, he has to pull the lane, right?
Yeah.
So, but he can't
skip the creeps.
Yeah,
but they have
it's-
supports for that are good
Yeah, they have
against that.
SD.
Yeah, and he won't be able to pull Ripple off if he just get disrupted and Slardar stunned, so it's kind of hard lane for him.
Normally S4 plays with Tusk, but this game he doesn't have that Tusk. And
Hmm.
Drow. Okay. Drow is quite good versus Omni as well.
Yeah. I
So
mean, they don't have really like way to get to her to draw. Like they don't have Lycan, they don't have I don't know something to be on top of her. They can like maybe toss Omni Knight in or something like this, or toss the Nyx.
It's
Well,
easier to
supports are
pressure draw in lane than Razor. Well, maybe they can try.
Yeah.
Go Omni Nyx.
They definitely
Pressure
should
a
try that.
They have to, right?
Yeah,
Otherwise, like,
otherwise, like they're gonna
Yeah,
just
they're
lose
just
the
gonna
lanes.
and OG need resolutions hero last. Mid and EG need.
EG need a hero that
Universes
needs
here.
no help. I think. Like aside from anything else, they have a Drow and a Medusa who they have to put a lot of effort into protecting, like you guys said earlier. And I think like if they pick a hero that just for universe that does its own thing, I think is really important. That's why I think Batrider was a really good ban. He's traditionally a hero that just kind of pulls his lane.
This is where you bust out the offlane Enchantress, man. No joke. You end Slardar and SD draw safe. And I don't know.
That fits the bill.
It would be. I actually think it would be, you're an offlane. You like playing this offlane Ench, right?
Yeah, I mean it's just a strong hero. Like you can just always
Void.
create so much space.
So greedy,
Whoa.
actually.
Whoa.
They are greedy. I kind of would like to see Invoker on OG. Invoker versus Duza is so good as well. Like with the Tornado EMP, you can control her for so long as well.
Looks like they've made their decision. They're like all.
EG draft looks super greedy, but OG heroes can't really pressure, so I feel like it's good.
I mean, I like what the
Pathos.
Petos said. Sorry, Petos. I was gonna mix like Katos or some shit. Yeah, and okay, Arkward.
Arcor. Alright, this hero. Yeah, I'm not fan of this hero at all. Like,
If it was a good Arc Warden game, though, he's traditionally good against ranged cores, right? Because they can't attack through his bubble. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to valid,
Some mechanic yesterday, like if SD disrupts the illusion from Arkwarden,
The
the
clone.
illusion dies, the clone stays alive till the next illusion dies. So that
What?
clone is alive for a full minute or so. I saw it in the game. I was watching. No
Is
one.
it when he resummons or when the next one dies?
I think when he.
when he resummons.
I think I'm not sure if he resummons or dies, but
it's still a
the
while.
SD got so many
Yeah.
last hits
Yeah,
just
that's
off
like you can just farm all
that. It's
them
fun.
out.
It was actually.
Broken.
It looked fun.
Yeah, the clone acts as a hero in almost every way, so it's kind of weird. Like you can like essence shift steal from it too, like with Slark and Odie.
So
Okay.
we haven't seen this Arkwarden hero. We saw it yesterday, but we haven't seen it in a while. Like my last like recollection of this hero, Midwan played it, and then before that was the Envy Arkwarden at TI. That's like
Yeah.
No one
I
really
have
picks
no
this hero
idea
anymore.
how this hero works.
And
Actually.
everyone remember how that turned out.
Yeah, and no one really knows what this hero
What's
does.
the win condition of this hero? Like
I don't know.
farms
6
40
items?
minutes or
Just farm
It's
for
clowny
40 minutes.
That's why Envy like playing this hero, right? These
Yes.
clowny. You're down 2 racks, but you have bubble.
Yeah.
So
And suddenly you can just like it's good that they changed that you could have a rapier before and that stuff because it was just bullshit. Like when Arc Order could just come at your throne and just kill it.
He
after-
just sat in fountain and then like
Yeah.
sent it a clone with BKB.
Yeah,
and
you
a
had like
divine.
BKB, 2 rapiers, Mask of Madness, and good luck defending.
so
Whose draft do we like better over here?
I feel like
I feel like
EG's,
EG's draft is better. Like
Yeah.
they don't have to do much to win
yeah,
the game.
they don't have
The,
to do
the
stuff.
only problem I see is like where is Slardar going to farm his dagger, but they don't really need it. They just have to play defensive.
I think
so.
Drow can leave lane, right? Like once you get 6, maybe just.
Yeah,
like-
but
Yeah.
Medusa's gonna leave the lane
Yeah,
as well.
Medusa is gonna
probably. It's
jungle
like
as well, so
both
yeah.
of those
They-
heroes
they
kind
might
of
be
want to
starving
go
for
to the
farm.
ancients and stuff. Like I feel like a lot of depends how early game goes for OG. Because if they have to pressure a lot, like they have to win the lanes, they have
yeah,
to.
if they somehow win the lanes, it should be good for them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
if
don't
they
see really how they win.
if they get next
laning
6 and
phase.
stuff like this.
you don't see who wins the laning phase.
OG.
Yeah. So it's like this kind of reminds me of like the EG game 3 versus you guys. You know, like you guys didn't really. You guys had to sit and farm with the
Yeah.
Medusa and get fat, and EG had to be the one that like made all the moves, and it's
Yeah.
kind of similar to what you're saying. Because if this game does go late, I don't feel OG really has it. Even
Yeah,
though this
no
Arcor,
way.
like there's Void and Slardar, and like what is he really gonna do?
Maybe if Omni has like refresher scepter and sits in fountain and just press 2 spells, then maybe OG has a chance. But it's like
Do you think it's possible that the Arc Warden like hits his timing before EG does? Like, is that a thing?
Oh, EG's actually going aggro.
Oh.
They're doing what Complexity does versus Withdrawal.
Yeah, they
you
do.
guys
They,
seen
they put the
yeah.
aggro lane with like a melee support.
Yeah.
and
yeah,
the
but they're
others-
changing
Oh.
as well. OG is changing already. Omni is heading bottom, Tiny is heading top.
Okay. Was there a ward that saw this happen, or
I don't think so.
Does not
I
look
feel like
it.
just Jerax saw that no one is taking the rune top, so they just
Assumed.
realized that something is happening.
I think this is more so to like enable the void because with Drow, like Drow doesn't create space for anybody, so giving her like a free farm start doesn't really do much
Yeah.
for you.
these cores, these EG cores, remind me of like some TI6 draft they've had, like some Drow Medusa Void. You know what? You know?
Yeah.
I swear I've seen this at like TI6 or something, or just like eHome, but it's so slow because like none of these heroes can really do anything. Like the core heroes can't do anything.
Yeah.
Like at least you guys, we had like some Ench and Tide to pressure, right?
Yeah.
But Void is like, there's a reason this hero hasn't really picked much as an offlaner.
It's just really greedy hero. Like all you do is just farm and sometimes use the ultimate.
Is S4 in trouble?
Might go down here, actually. He has a salve. But
Yeah, he was playing a bit cocky there with the heal on the SD, but I don't know if that kill really.
No,
Like,
It doesn't
much.
really matter. Like kills only matter after like 10 minutes.
He has so many creeps here. Oh, good stun there from Jerax.
nice tango through the
And
tree.
he has
Oh,
salve
this
right
is-
now, so it's bad for EG.
This is really good for OG. Look at the last hits right now. The Tiny is kind of free farming because he's versus Void,
Yeah.
and meanwhile the Drow he missed quite a few last
Yeah,
hits
I
trying
feel
to
like
chase.
the decision to go tri-lane with Drow is not that good.
A lot of the other like Complexity's done it as like a dual lane where it's kind of just meant to protect the Drow by having like a Slardar there to help her, and they don't really look for kills or anything while they do like a dual lane mid or safe. I like that a little bit better. Yeah, because like you said, like they're losing with the Void too.
I feel like having farm on Drow early on is not that important.
Yeah, he just needs level 6, that's all. Like, right now, mid lane is so big.
Yeah, I feel if Shadow Demon tipped
Shadow
it top
Demon-
right now, Tiny would have
Look-
nothing.
Look at Medusa's last hits, by
farming.
the
Yeah.
way. Look, it's 1-1.
And
'Cause,
there's 0-6 on the Rasta, so that's like so many
That's
nice
what
already.
that's what Lil was saying before you guys came. I don't know if
Yeah.
you were listening, but he says like Navi and them really like setting this Rasta mid to just
Yeah.
deny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just denies creeps.
We do it as well, but on the safe lane with the Rasta.
I don't think like tri-lanes against dual lanes are very good right now, just because usually the dual lane's going to get something out of the lane, and then you
Yeah.
proceed to lose 2 other lanes. Because
Yeah.
Even if you get kills, they don't mean that much.
yeah,
And the bounty runes doesn't give you much as well
in
right
the
now.
early game, yeah.
Yeah, so that doesn't really matter that you have 3 people there to secure the bounty runes, because it doesn't give you anything there.
And yeah, it's kind of the opposite of last game in terms of OG are the ones winning all the lanes, and
that
they're winning
mean
by
EG is
them
gonna
quite a
win?
bit.
I feel like someone needs to go top right now for EG and stop this Tiny, because he's gonna be a problem and Void will have nothing this game if it continues like this.
The Tiny was actually 1v1 versus the Void.
Yeah,
From the
it's
start.
not fun lane for Void for sure.
It's just the damage from Tiny. He hits for
Yeah.
like 90 with the tree.
You have
Hit
to
the
have,
creeps and hits you and there's nothing to do.
you have to be a Tide Hunter or some range hero to play versus Tiny, otherwise it's just impossible.
I'm not really a fan of this Void pick, but you know, Universe Void, he's gonna come in with the clutch. Big Chrono.
His Dark Reverse Void is known, so
Yeah.
probably.
I would have liked Ench in this game. I think this
Yeah.
is a good offlane Ench game. What do you like? Ench Slardar together? I feel they would have owned these lanes.
Yeah, if they dual lane for sure. If Ench was left alone, then
Yeah.
Rasta, Nyx, and
No, you definitely have to
yeah,
do
you
lane.
have to dual lane
but-
for sure.
But this
yeah.
Ench with Drora and you start with Orb of Venom is
Yeah.
actually
And you
insanely
just
strong.
get and you get 1 creep, and the creeps get buffed as
'Cause-
well a lot. So
Because all you really need to do is like what you said, just make space for the Medusa, right? Like the Ench, he can be a complete.
Medusa can win the
Yeah,
game alone,
yeah.
like she don't need help from Void or...
yeah, and late the game, it's like even if Ench didn't have farm early on, he can just like stay later in the game when everyone goes on Duza, he can just stay far and just shoot the
Is he dead here?
impetus.
He has no stick or anything. Look like he's fine.
OG's doing really good job with the lane. I feel both their supports are like playing exactly where they should have been.
Yeah.
And you can see like the last hits and the
Yeah,
now
they
after
are
the
winning
game.
every lane
Yeah,
basically.
they both Fly and Jax. Even in the last game, like in the mid game, they played really well. I
And
felt.
we all agreed that like Drow's farm at the start of the
Yeah,
game.
it
Like
doesn't
usually
matter at
she's
all.
the 3rd position in regards
Yeah.
to farm, and like she's the one that has the most farm right now. So overall, not only are they like down in CS, but I don't love the fact that they're giving it to Drow.
Yeah.
Omni is getting a lot already. He's level 4. He's gonna be level 5 soon, so he's gonna like be a fighter
They
soon.
sent 3 heroes to shut down the Omni, and he has more lasses than the Drow.
Yeah.
That is bad news. Like you lose every lane in Dota. Things are gonna look rough.
Swing and a miss.
It's okay.
Nobody saw it.
I feel it's already too late to change the lane, so they can't really do much now.
They just need to wait for level 6 on Void and then like make a
Yeah, but even
5-minute smoke
with
gank
level
or
6,
something.
with Void, like, how they can kill anyone
I
in
think
Chrono.
I mean the thing is like what it should be is if Void goes off map, Omni has a TP,
Yeah,
and
there's no way.
yeah, all he has to do is TP mid because he will obviously go for the Arc Warden, right?
Yeah.
Omni TP's mid, heals the Arc Warden. Arc Warden lives, that's it. EG's like
Yeah.
literally they can't do
Yeah, they
anything
have
for 2 minutes.
basically
For
no
2
damage.
minutes again, they
When you
can
only
do
have
I
anything.
don't know
play.
if they need the Omni TP even, like,
Yeah.
it just survives.
They can honestly even turn it with the Omni TP. It's a
Yeah, Omni Knight right now, Nyx and Omni are like winning this
oh
lane.
yes, Carapace.
You're baited.
Oh S4, what a sick that sick juke there. Oh my god, that was sick by S4. Wow.
This is looking pretty grim.
Oh my god.
Medusa died.
Damn.
They're just like spreading themselves too thin. I thought, like I said, they had the Drow and the Medusa, like these cores that rely on being protected, and now that this Void's vulnerable, like all 3 of their cores are.
Yeah, they can really
Vulnerable.
farm. They need supports to protect them.
And meanwhile, OG's like not threatened by anything. The only catch again on side of EG is supports.
I
Like
feel
they
like-
did that the first game too.
I feel like the Void pick wasn't even that bad, but the laning decisions cost them really much.
Yeah, they're not
this
making
game.
like the adjustments to their lineup that they need to make.
There's a big stack as well on top for the Tiny. He's gonna be farming.
He has
a lot.
Chrono. Bash. There you go. Nice
I
play.
mean, that's the one hero on the map you can kill with Void, so
Yep.
great usage.
We
of
take
spells.
those, right?
I mean that looks really bad now. Like that's their only play, you know?
It looks bad, but like if they don't lose too much towers early on, it should be fine. Like they can just stay on the high ground, but if like they just can't lose too many tier 1s, tier 2s too early on, they should be fine. Like they have Duza. Like Duza level 20 and he's gonna be like unkillable.
He doesn't have a El Lisage Ogre though.
Yeah.
He has draw hour though, so he's gonna farm anyway fast.
True.
Yeah, I feel at one point in the game they will come to this moment that they will lose all the towers. When Tiny is a bit stronger, Argordon is a bit stronger, they will just keep losing towers and there is not much you can do
Yeah.
to protect them.
OG, like I think around Kiev Major, they were picking this Arc Warden Rasta strat a lot. This was a while back, but it was like no-till Arc Warden safe lane and Rasta safe lane, and they would just like have this timing push with the bubble and the Rasta wards.
Does it speed them up?
I don't know what it does exactly, but they would just take your racks immediately. If you guys remember that, it was a while back around like Kiev Major actually, not Boston, but yeah, they had this Rasta Arc Warden strat.
I hope that Tiny will go for Blink like after Aquila, like so he can just run around map and kill people. Like this draw, this Void, this supports. Only Medusa is like probably unkillable for him, but like every single other hero is easy kill for Tiny if he gets Blink.
He loves his bottles on his side laners on no-two.
Yeah, S4 loves it as well. Like those two guys always do the bottle. I think.
S4 phase boots. He's feeling strong on this Omni. OG, what is their what do they need to make that move? The Rasta 6, are they maybe gonna use it on top
Yeah,
lane?
you definitely take tower with
Support
Rasta 6.
sixes. Nick 6 too for kills.
The tome is up in 50 seconds. Can we check what level Rasta is really fast? Is he level 5? Yeah, everything just looks so nice.
You can toss him.
Chrono.
Yeah, but he didn't hit the
Oh,
Tiny,
no
so
follow-up
he can't
damage.
really kill anything.
You've got a 1600 HP rock running at you.
It's actually big, this TP by Dro, because now he can't TP bottom, and now like he has to go heal, so they can immediately just run a top tower, even without the Rasta wards.
Yeah, there's no shrine either.
And now Omni's gonna have a free lane bottom for like another minute and a half. Oh yeah, he's actually giving Nyx to the lane, which is really smart.
Yeah, he needs level 6. Like it's gonna be probably just 4 people running around.
Oh my god, he
as
almost
OG.
died alone.
And Arc Warden is gonna farm on the map.
Yeah.
And then they just will go at tier 3s.
It looks quite chill for OG. And Sumo, what?
He walked into the trap or something. Yeah, it seems he went into the trap on the mid lane.
My god. And Void TP's back now. The tome is a tome on the courier. I guess Ross is getting level 6 top regardless. Yeah, he has it.
That's like the problem with the cores of EG. Like Tiny just does whatever he wants, and like anyone who runs into him, he just does exactly what you just saw and bullies him, forces him to TP, and he's just pressuring and constantly.
Yeah, they have no damage at all.
Yeah,
Like-
Ross use the words top.
They will pressure mid as well with catapult or not. No. Yeah.
Omni might go down here. He's fine.
No.
Close.
I mean, they are killing Omni, but it doesn't give much really.
They lost the tower. Meanwhile,
And they are gonna lose he used the wards, alright. I thought that he's not gonna use the wards and he's gonna try to use the wards on like mid lane or tier 2.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they needed to do it. I
Yeah.
feel like not really. It was like kind of waste.
They had a siege wagon there too. Good silence there.
oh, you know,
And they kill
The
this
Tiny
guy.
gonna die as well.
What's happening?
They are just feeding right now.
Yeah, that's quite bad.
Yeah,
they should've
and
just walked
Omnida
mid.
is like here, but he's not gonna help at all. Like he can't lane here as well.
I
Already.
feel like they should have just walked mid after top
Yeah,
tower.
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
no
they-
reason to be bottom.
They could already, like if they had wards, they could even be a tier 2 on top already. Like the Void Peak I kind of like, cause it doesn't really like Tiny, his ultimate obviously and his status resistance. Like he doesn't get like the stuns are shorter, but the chrono isn't shorter. Like it's always gonna be the same duration. With Slardar and Draw, he can actually probably just die in the chronospheres. Like in the late game, if he just gets the chronosphere on top of him.
Oh shit. There's something Lil was talking about last game is like the playstyle of like playing fast doesn't feel as good in this patch. Like what do you guys think about what he said there? Like he feels like you make all these moves and you play really fast, but it doesn't really give you as much as
Yeah.
before. And just sitting and farming
Yeah,
on course
it
feels much
feels
better.
a little bit better to just sit back and farm. It's way easier to play a game like this right now. Just farm creeps.
So with that, you say that EG still is like a very good shot at winning this
Yeah, I
game.
feel
Yeah,
so.
for-
Maybe
I
they
mean,
went
for
for the
sure.
creeps a bit too much with their core.
These are really big kills.
Like OG is just dying on the map all the time. Like Tiny is just dying second time for no reason.
Yeah, there is no coordination in OG's moves. Like everyone is playing alone right now. It looks like.
And do you think this is because of like their map, like they're not playing together in communication, or just like they're not going for the right objectives, or what?
Yeah, I feel like they shouldn't use the word stop and just go take mid tower together. Like with 3 heroes, EG can't do much.
Yeah, they should just rotate with 4 heroes
There's-
somewhere, like Rasta,
I feel
Nyx,
like
Omni,
staying
and
bottom
Tommy.
is pointless. Like they can't do much there. Focus on the other
Wow,
lanes.
that's so much damage.
he has stick charges, but definitely not enough here.
It's a big kill.
Arc Ward now.
The resolution dies here though.
Yeah, he has no TP, so he's gonna die.
Time dilation owns him here.
That's fine for OG.
Yeah,
like,
definitely
or
fine.
Because like, if this Medusa is gonna get fat regardless, right? If this Slardar
Yeah.
gets these kills, like that's his blink, and then that's like the momentum. That's what
Like I'm not sure, but I think they use the wards on the bottom lane right now at tier 2. I hope.
Artur died bottom. God, these bashes.
Just gotta get one more.
Yeah, but he's his Scarabs.
Never mind.
It's like a long chase. If Lil was here, I want to see his reaction, his face.
Yeah.
So what is happening?
Slardar is gonna die.
It's funny.
Like Slardar is gonna have Blink Dagger soon. Even though the last laning stage is gonna be like 15-minute Blink Dagger, so it's perfect timing for him.
I do think though, if OG kind of like, even though they had those deaths, suddenly like they killed both the cores, and now they just need to wait for the roster awards, and like they still have the big
Yeah,
advantage.
they can still play this
Yeah, it's very
way
easily.
they wanted to.
Yeah, they have right now Rasta Ward, like in 4 seconds or something.
Yeah,
It
and
was
this
not
Rasta's
too
They
long.
are
so
still
farm.
taking towers. I mean, it's not that bad.
On a positive note for EG, like Tiny has gotten like 1,000 gold in the last like 6 or 7 minutes. His farm has been really stunted. He's like about to complete a blink, which is really good for them, but those couple deaths were really hard on his item progression.
50 gold for this blink on Slardar.
I feel like skill build on Nyx is quite interesting as well. He has 2 points in stun and 4 in Carapace. No
I've
in
been
mana
seeing more and
burn,
more
no
often.
in
Oh
stun.
yeah, no mana burn is interesting.
Yeah, like I can understand 2 points in Carapace, but like more is quite interesting.
I feel like it's quite okay. doesn't do much at the beginning of the game, even against DOTA.
He's so hard to kill for their heroes. Like this Carapace saved him so many times, right?
And their way of killing you is like disruption into Slardar stuns, so you can just carapace out of the disruption.
The thing about OG right now is their vision is like amazing. Like looking at the wards, they have like really good wards on the where Dro wants to farm, and they have another ward on the Ancients. And is Nota in trouble?
He's in trouble.
On the bubble.
Oh, there's Omni Knight.
Never mind. Omni-Knight.
Goes back in. This Carapace. He's just gonna run away. Oh, they don't have.
No dust?
Nap him,
Alright.
yeah.
Yeah, so literally OG sees everywhere where EG farms. So
I feel there's no reason for EG to defend those towers, especially tier 1s. Like, it's still good. They're taking tier 1 mid at like 16 minutes with wards, so it's not that bad. Just let them take the tower and keep farming.
Yeah, they should just
I feel like
defend it,
the
tier 2s
tier
and
1
stuff
mid
like this.
tower should be dead this game like at 10 minutes, not 16, so they are perfectly fine with it.
what tower do you think EG can go for? Like, do you think they should take this bottom tower, if possible? But just run there as 5?
I feel there's no way to take towers.
Yeah, they shouldn't take towers. They should
It's
just
not
like.
worth it, right?
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Just
If
keep
he
farming.
dies, it's like not worth it. They should just speed push like as much as possible. They should have like some sentries with wards to see next rotations and just speed push a little.
Smoking bottom.
Looks like they want to get
Yeah, they
something
wanna
done with
take bottom.
Chrono.
They wanna take bottom. And OG doesn't have roster wards up, so they can't rush
Yeah,
that.
maybe that's the call.
I think this is fine, because like,
Yeah, without the Rasta Wars,
yeah,
maybe
yeah.
it's a good call to push actually.
you still want to at least take one tower
Yeah.
for map control, right? And I don't think OG can run into
Yeah, now
the
they can take
Chrono.
their jungle a bit
Yeah.
with the tower down.
Like it's still hard for OG to run into Chrono and Medusa. It's like the game you guys played, right? Medusa tied. They couldn't run into you.
Yeah.
So
You just have to speed push a lot. Like versus Duza, Tidehunter, those are not really heroes that are mobile and can defend towers so easily. They have to run to the towers and stuff like this.
it does feel kind of hard to split push in this patch if you don't have like Morphling though. I feel.
Yeah,
I don't know why
aren't
exactly.
really that good for pushing
Yeah.
waves.
There's just so many ways to wrap around you, I feel like.
The new shrine, especially if you look at the Radiant shrine and the Dire, the Radiant shrine in the
Bottom
Radiant
one.
jungle.
Bottom one.
Like that one makes it so it's really hard for Dire to split push. I feel, because like they can always TP in and stop.
Yeah,
you.
you have to
Yeah.
have a ward there for sure, like always, if you are on the bottom
Yeah, they
tier
have
2.
good ward right now on the shrine, so
And Artur should have his low doors now coming in. EG still chilling and farming. Listening.
I like the Shadow Blade choice.
Yeah.
It allows them to be more survivable walking around the map, and they can also
Yeah,
like
they-
follow up the Slardar
yeah, they
stuns.
can pick up with Slardar now.
Not when Slardar's dead.
Second time in a row. That hurts.
That
Yeah,
Blade
just
Tyrant
Nyx on the
too.
invis, finding the hero, Tiny coming
Yeah,
up.
but I mean, it's just Slardar dying, so it's not that bad. Now
What do
the
you think
course
the next
can
item
farm.
on Tiny is? I feel like something like Manta or AC would be really good for Tiny. He's going Sanjin Yasha.
Arcane Rune.
He likes those mobility items.
Did they D-word the ward on that? Yeah, they did.
The question is how Arkwardon gonna, like, what he's gonna do. Like,
Yeah,
he has
it's
just
really
been
big
farming,
already.
farming. Like, what he's gonna be, like, timing, what he's gonna do soon.
I don't know still.
Yeah, I will,
don't
like,
know.
I don't know as well. Like, I feel like I know what then can tie in the Nyx, Omni, and Rasta do, but what's gonna happen? What's the timing of Arkwardon?
The hero is so weird. He's just a weird hero. Like when is he strong to fight? You know? Now?
I don't know. I mean, from what I understand, watching the limited amount I have, it's like he's like a 5-slotted hero until before he fights. And that's kind of weird in the current meta.
Yeah. It's like it's kind of why Invoker as well, right? He feels a bit weak.
It's too
He needs
slow.
like 25 or something.
Wow, he's gonna
Bubble.
live.
Oh, no.
Universe might be in trouble. Yeah, he's down.
Oh, the disruption.
Is that
GA? Wow. That's big. Now they still have roster wards.
Yeah, they can rush right now.
the Omni Knight with the bubble is so disgusting.
Yeah,
You
that
can't
was-
kill anyone at
That
all.
Nyx was like 100 health and
Yeah.
he just lives.
I feel like Medusa should have ulted there. Like, after the universe didn't use the
I mean,
Chrono.
EG just wanted to smoke Rosh, right?
Yeah.
They found Nyx, so quite unfortunate. They will lose Rosh now. Pretty bad.
But question is like who's gonna take the egg? Is like Tiny. If Tiny takes it and dies, he's gonna still be in the same place. Like
I think he still has to take it. He's like they're building
Yeah,
it.
the
Yeah,
only
nope,
hero
Rezo's
problem.
taking it. I'm just,
yeah, Resolution takes it.
maybe to farm more
Oh,
aggressively.
you
or-
can siege with that hero for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
put the bubble on you, and the Medusa actually can't hit you.
That's
Yeah.
I
true.
feel like they could
long
siege
range siege is
before
probably better
even,
here.
but now with Aegis it's for sure. Like before
actually-
that, he might felt a bit scared about the chrono, so they
That's
didn't push.
Yeah, that's actually interesting. The counter they have is like Medusa can't defend versus the Archward with the bubble when he's sieging.
Yeah, because the right click.
Yeah, that's actually really cool. Now I know why they
I
picked
mean,
it.
that's why I'm like, that's the only application I ever see of Arc Warden is picking him into range scores.
Yeah.
But
like,
that's a good point about
The
offensively
win
sieging.
condition versus Medusa is being able to siege though, right?
That
In a
is
way?
true, yeah.
So,
Omni Knight. What a hero.
Yeah, no tail, just solar crested up. I like the build. Is that? Like,
Omni Knight has Solar Crest.
that's a great build. I like it. No bubble to save Omni here.
a bit messy from OG.
Yeah, I mean, Arcordon has edges, but he like can't do anything there. Like, it's not the fight they wanted to do. Like, Omni Knight had to use the spells. They didn't have GH as well. Tiny blinked away because he lost some HP.
Yeah, really good for EG.
Yeah, I mean, I felt what should have happened there is that they should have waited for the Archward bots, and he pushes bottom, and then they just go as top as 4.
Yeah,
Like I don't feel like they shouldn't be able to be bottom.
they can go high ground. I
Yeah.
feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they should be taking fights on like EG side of the map,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
not in their own river.
This Rasta is so farmed. That's the problem as well. Whenever Rasta is gonna like get some items and level 20, and there's gonna be like refresher and stuff, he's just gonna
Yeah.
come at your axis, put the wards up, and good luck defending.
He's actually so hard to kill too for EG, as weird as that is. Like Ghost Scepter is pretty much like, what damage do they have?
Yeah, I
that
mean
goes to
he's
Ghost
like
Scepter?
same net worth as Void right now.
Like, oh man, yeah, you're right. I didn't even notice that.
But, speaking of 4s, I really like the way Jirax played this game. Cockcore.
So,
Alright, this one was bad.
Oh, well, you weren't even trying,
Dude,
man.
I
Come on.
forgot. It's a hard name to remember.
yeah,
Kakor.
quite hard.
Kator.
Don't try right now. Yeah, I feel like Nyx is playing really good this game, like finding the right heroes to kill. It's really nice to play Nyx with core like Tiny with a dagger. You can kill everyone on the map.
And he's like, since he's doing so much scouting, Rezo is
Yeah.
just like chilling, farming wherever he wants.
Yeah, and he's not really like position 4, he's more like position 5 right now. All he has to do is like scout people out. Like he doesn't farm, he has 3k net worth, he doesn't have like anything. Rasta is farmed
I
though.
wish my pub teammates understood that.
There's no way.
Yeah. Oh, wishful thinking.
How are you guys? NA Pub's experience has been first time in North America, right?
Yeah,
They're really bad.
yeah, quite. I mean, in
There is no position 5 in NA pubs.
yeah, they love to buy
I feel
Windlace
like-
for some reason. I don't understand why. They buy Courier or they buy Windlace and
If
Clarity.
they buy Courier,
They've
it's
done their
great.
job once they bought that courier,
Oh,
alright?
yeah.
Don't try to convince
I'm
them
really
otherwise.
happy if they buy Courier.
Yeah, there are no
Usually
words.
don't. So.
Have you guys met the guy with the emo Pikachu in this icon? No.
No, I don't
No,
think
I
so.
don't.
His name is Emochu. He's
You haven't
The
played
star.
NA until you
you
met
haven't
him.
met him. Yeah, you haven't played till you met him.
I love the China pubs though. Like, people were so kind there. Like, you could pause for like 20-30 minutes and they would just not unpause at all. Like, you could just go take a walk, eat something, and the pause would just stand there. Like, I don't understand how it works. And everyone just waited. They asked if they can go.
So
and
did
stuff
you
like
do
this.
that? You went pause, took a walk?
I mean, I didn't, but it was like 20 minutes, I think, like the longest pause.
Wow.
And I went to eat something. I don't understand how it works, but it
Well, the
works.
fact that it happens like that somewhere makes me feel wishful.
Okay, nice chrono from Universe there, but they have no damage.
Drow's
Just
getting
saw.
gone on. He's their damage.
Yeah, the problem right now, they have no chrono, so they can just high ground probably. They have good ward as well on top lane for
How long
OG.
do they have on the Aegis?
Yeah, so they could just like walk there, put
Yeah.
Rasta wards.
They want to take bottom tier 2, and what they can do is like the bots, Archward can push top lane and they can be bottom, right? With the illusion, and we can just sync up like
This is
that.
kind of like the map control farm Aegis, right? You
Yeah.
plan in with the next one.
Yeah.
That's usually how it goes in these type of games.
Yeah, they don't even have to like go high ground as well. They don't have to
EG
commit.
is not farming at all right
yeah,
now.
they can
so
just close them up. They can just close.
They
EG
have
the-
Nyx, there's no way you can leave the base SEG.
And next Aegis, Arc Warden will be like 5 or 6 slotted, and that's what I kind of guessed. Like maybe he'd hit his timing before EG does. And it looks like that's what OG was going for.
And they're
at
just
least.
splitting a little, like taking 200 damage from the tower. It's fine for them.
That disruption was.
It looks like EG is really desperate to do something, but there's not much to do really.
They just have so much defense on OG.
Yeah. I mean, they tried to shut down the Omni Knight, but he's like doing so much this game.
Medusa is dead.
Ah,
No 20 level, no level 20, no talent. It's
So-
rough.
So much damage.
Yeah,
Bubble.
no Chrono to defend. Looks like Rax is dying.
They could just be content with backing off here, but they'll probably reset and go back in.
I mean, they don't have really HP and mana.
Yeah,
on
yeah, they're actually.
tiny as
They
well.
realize
yeah.
if they're gonna lose this game, it'd be
Yeah.
by dying right here. They forced a buyback. Got tier 3.
Like they can just chill right now. They should just close them up as well. They shouldn't like go back everyone. They should just stay there. And don't let the EG devote anything and stuff like this. And just wait, chill for the next Aegis. Let Arc Warden do his thing, split push
Yeah.
and stuff.
I have no idea what EG can do to come back to this game.
5-man Chrono or something like this.
I don't think it helps. They won't
Into
kill anyone in
Drow
Chrono.
right clicks.
Into draw, silence, into Medusa ulti. The
Oh,
combo.
there you go.
Still,
In the
uh,
5-man stone gaze.
yeah,
Okay.
That's
okay.
gonna work for sure.
So 5-man,
Still doubt it.
5-man Chrono where they're all facing the same direction.
Yeah.
Got it.
Just go to bait. Slardar gonna bait and Voice gonna put the Chrono up, I'm sure.
I'm ready.
Yeah, but Slardar need to survive somehow to amp someone.
I like this Omni's build. I really like S4. Like he went for the Solar Crest to save his teammates. Then he's just like, he realizes as long as he doesn't die at the start of the fight, then they don't lose fights.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested why he didn't buy the Ion Disc. Like, this is the item I love on Omni Knight. Like the one that procs on 80% HP.
But
Well-
you mentioned the Acceptor, and that's
Yeah,
what I'm
Acceptor as well, but I feel like Ion Disc is so good item as well. Like late game on the Omni Knight.
Yeah, I feel like he's not threatened this game at all to die,
Yeah.
so
Maybe
like he didn't
maybe
need
the
it.
use is just for the Void spell as well, for the time dilation.
yeah, no, Ohio likes going to use. Just you move so fast as well.
Yeah.
Like you're just annoying
Yeah.
to kill. It's a feel good item. Phase Yule's jumps.
He even went the SNY, right? Ohio did.
I mean, it's so weird to play as EG now. Like what exactly do you even do? Like, how do you really come back? Like you, because OG really it's up to right now OG more I feel to screw up than
yeah, definitely.
EG, right?
There's the Yule Scepter coming into play.
Even
Rose
this. Like,
dead, there's no damage.
oh, he got the G
Yeah.
off. Oh my god.
Medusa walked in the curve.
And he can't even like turn on the spell because he had Mask of Madness on. And he's
He's
not
just
gonna have
gonna die.
mana. Yeah, that's
No
GG
buyback.
probably.
Yeah,
That's
looks like game.
Just like that.
Rasta's dying in that.
Rasta
fight.
doing Rasta things.
Yeah.
I feel like everything comes back to the laning phase, then decision from EG
But
to put Rylin bot.
Yeah, they just gave like all 3 cores on the side of OG the start they needed.
Yeah.
I like the Arc Warden pick versus the Medusa and stuff.
yeah,
Like,
I see it now.
it's good because it's like splitting them up all the time. It can be
Yeah,
anywhere.
I mean, it's good this game because he got farmed
Yeah,
as well.
that's as well. Like,
I would like to see it like in the game when Medusa has farm as well, how it works.
Could definitely go both ways.
probably both people just sit in the fountain and stuff
Oh
like
my
this.
god. So, like an interesting thing to talk is like in this game, EG lost all their lanes, and the
Yeah.
game was very easy for OG to win. I feel right. Like,
Yeah.
there was
Yes.
maybe 1 or 2. Last game, EG completely won the lanes, like even harder than OG did this game, in a way. But you can see OG's like mid game, like I felt they just they played a lot like cleaner than EG in both games. Would you agree with that? Like
Yeah,
I don't-
there are objectives that you have to like take on. It doesn't matter if you win the laning stage if you don't use it, if you don't go for the towers, if you don't like go for the Roshan, and
Yeah, I mean,
Rasta kind of allows it because you can just go with
yeah,
the
the games
cooldown.
with Rasta are quite easy. You just have
Yeah.
wars of cooldown, you go and take tower. Like that's your game plan.
Yeah.
So not much to screw up. And then Nyx finds Pikov when Tiny gets dagger, and EG can't really farm on the map after losing the lanes so hard.
In EG's first game, like they had Razor Tide PL cores. Like those heroes can't really do exactly what we were just talking about, like force the towers, force the advantage, like you saw.
Yeah,
OG
maybe
just
Tide
delay.
and Razor can go together and Pell farms,
it's
but
slow,
it's like
right?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
slow. It doesn't take the tower. Like you can just pull the creeps and suddenly there's no push at all.
I didn't like the PL pick. Like even though it felt good, I felt like Lycan was a really good pick that game. I don't know if you saw
Yeah,
the.
it's a tower hitter.
It's like they had Sniper, Juggernaut, and Puck, and I think like Lycan nighttime. They can he'll give them like, because I felt like his draft the carry hero needed to make space for the other, you know.
Yeah, and Pell doesn't
PL
do
does
that.
not
Yeah,
do that.
PL just takes the farm. He needs the diffusal. He needs the hurt and stuff like
Yeah.
this.
So did you like the Void pick overall? Like, you think it could have worked, or do you think it should have been something
I
else?
think it
Play
could
style?
have worked, but not
Makes
really
it hard,
sure.
right? That's what I
Yeah.
thought. Like, it just seems.
Like it makes you need to play perfect to win the game. I feel like because if you lose lane a bit too hard, like there's not much you can do because every hero is under leveled and you can't kill anyone even with Chrono. So.
I like it versus Tiny because his status resistance doesn't help him at
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
versus
but
him.
it's like
But there's Omni Knight.
too
so
much
it's like
farm dependent
you have
heroes
to
as
like
well.
take Omni Knight in the Chrono, and versus good team it shouldn't be possible.
They don't have like the space creator that we talked
Yeah.
about. Like both games they did that, where
Yeah.
it feels like their last hero was kind of farm heavy when they needed a hero that just made stuff happen around the map. Right?
I feel like the Ange was quite cool pick this game actually.
What?
do you think?
He said
yeah,
that
if
Yeah,
Ange,
yeah,
if you could
yes.
just
No, I think it would have been like. I felt this the only like it was just a perfect pick. I mean, honestly, Void offlane just it feels so bad in this meta, right?
yeah, it's just too slow.
Yeah, like, look at all the other offlaners, like they all kind of counter Void, right? Like there's Tide, Abaddon, Omni.
Yeah, the
like, all these
tanky
guys.
heroes hard to kill.
Yeah.
Like on the lane, they're irritating as well a lot.
Like, what does Void give you, really?
Yeah, not
as
much.
offlane?
The only
Nothing.
offlaner I can see it against was Puck, and VP did that in the mid lane. Like they put it mid lane.
Yeah,
against
I
Puck,
meant
and
as
that
like
makes sense.
offlane.
Yeah, I'm saying like that makes sense that Void as an offlaner just doesn't really deal well with the.
I
others.
wonder if Universe actually plays Enchantress at all. Maybe
He does.
it's-
He's
he
an
does?
NA player.
Alright,
Yeah, yeah.
alright.
In
He's an NA
pubs,
player,
yeah,
man.
any,
Alright.
any offlaners are required to be able to.
If there's
Trust
two
me, I know
heroes
as a carry player.
NA players can play, it's Enchantress and it's Abaddon.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, those two heroes are my favorites, so it's good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe you need to come to NA and play with BSJ.
Yeah,
Yeah, for
man.
sure.
Or BSJ. Go over there.
Okay, that works too.
Exotic
Whatever.
deer. Can shoot him.
He hasn't been performing. I'm just kidding.
But yeah. So thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah,
thank
you.
You know,
It was a
I
pleasure.
never really knew you guys that well, but you're very like talkative and
Yeah, we appreciate
sure
the
all the-
interaction.
yeah. I think of all the players we've had on the couch, you guys were the most like open to like sharing ideas and stuff, which is
All right.
and very open.
chill.
So
Which
yeah,
is
I'm being
not
honest.
good for us.
We expect to see.
Maybe a bit too much, but it's okay.
Yeah, I hope.
I learned some stuff from you guys as well.
Yeah.
Actually, that was pretty cool.
The
So-
goal is to be the opposite of me, where you have all this knowledge, but you can't apply it. So you guys, you have all the knowledge clearly, so you're clearly able to apply it. So
Yeah, I hope
that's
we
the
didn't
goal.
give out our strategies
Ah,
too much.
nah,
Yeah.
nah. At the end of the day, it's on you guys. You know, like you guys are gonna execute your strategies, so people got to be able to stop you.
Yeah, and we all love penguins. So
Yeah.
I was wondering how you thought that wasn't Kingwin because they can.
I mean, just the way it pronounced, everyone was saying Kingen and stuff like. Everyone
But
was saying
it's a
Kingen.
penguin like
Yeah,
mascot,
Come on, dude.
so
Like,
it has to
Kingwin.
be. You know.
Yeah, but the way
Penguin,
it's just, yeah.
Kingwin. You know.
Stop it, man.
Sorry.
It's,
all right.
So, anyways, do you guys know who you possibly play?
We are playing Fnatic, I
I
believe.
think Fnatic.
100%?
I'm not sure, but like
100%, but
90%. Yeah, I think so.
How do you
And,
mentally prepare for Jackie?
I mean, like,
You should. I have a good idea. So he casted earlier, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Because he will definitely watch your cast. Like I know Jackie, you know, I know him
Yeah.
quite well. I think he'll watch your cast to see, and maybe you should go and watch his because he says a lot of things on that cast. Maybe you can learn from.
I mean, I watched him and like, I hear him in the pubs. Like when I'm like two rooms far from him, I'm still like
Yeah.
hearing him because he's just shouting on the pubs and stuff like that.
Yeah, like a good way to learn Jackie, you know, wherever room he is watching that replay or something with his team, just go over there because you can probably hear it from across the room, and he'll
Yeah.
probably say a lot of things.
Remember Sumail's assessment. Do you either take all the racks or none of them? When Jackie's
Yeah,
two,
when
lanes,
Ja-
with two lanes of racks down, he's a whole nother
It's his
monster.
prayer, yeah, yeah.
That's his prime time. But
Anyways, and we have a very special announcement next. So I can throw it to. Oh. Okay. What? No, I was just-
it's fine.
so I'm gonna throw it to break. We have a very special
Yeah,
announcement coming soon.
Well, great.
Thank you, King Win,
Thank you.
Patos,
Yeah.
and
Katsur.
you guys have a Twitter or anything?
Katsur.
Yeah, Patos Dota.
Katsur Dota.
There you go.
Patos and Coxor
Yeah.
Dota.
One day, dude.
One
One
day,
day, I'm
man,
sure.
You're getting
We're
there.
gonna
You're
meet on the events for
trying.
sure.
Okay. And
Thanks,
yeah,
guys.
thanks guys, and yeah,
Thank you.
break.